Hello and welcome everyone. Thank you for joining us tonight. I'm Adam Cellini. Topping our news tonight, dozens coming together in Palmetto to honor the memory of Janiyah Thomas, the 11-year-old girl who was found dead in a freezer back in 2015. The second annual memorial coming days before her mother, Keshana Thomas, asked a judge to move her murder trial out of Manatee County due to the publicity of her alleged child abuse crimes. ABC 7's Erica Jackson shows us how some of Janiyah's family is honoring the young girl ahead of Tuesday's decision.
As the anniversary of Janiyah Thomas's death approaches, the community is coming together through the power of prayer.
In Jesus' precious name.
It really didn't matter the age. It was just how it was done and how she was found.
Manatee County mother Angela Barnes did not know 11-year-old Janiyah, but says she ran into her mother Keshana Thomas at a nail salon in October 2015, just days before the little girl's body was found in a freezer.
Everybody in there goofed around and laughed and ha, and she was right along with us like just a normal day.
That's why dozens of family and community members prayed for Janiyah at Palmetto's Lincoln Park Sunday night.
Let's come together and mourn for this little girl that we lost, our angel.
Soon, Keshana Thomas will be on trial for Janiyah's death, charged with first-degree murder, child abuse, and abuse of a dead body.
Her mother needs prayer real bad. I know what she's going through, but she might have made a mistake. We still don't know you are innocent until proven guilty.
She might have made a mistake, but God knows who did what.
It was just such a tragedy, but we still know that God will prevail.
Janiyah's cousin Wayne Washington Jr. organized the second annual event and hopes she will be remembered as the sweet yet shy girl he knew before she went missing in 2014. Keshana's other children are now living in foster care or with relatives, but Washington says Sunday's vigil is a reminder to keep your friends close and your family closer.
Maybe we need to start checking up on those cousins or nieces or brothers or sisters and just trying to figure out where everybody's at.
A motion for Thomas has been filed for Tuesday, and she's set to appear in Manatee County Court in August if her trial is not relocated. Reporting in Palmetto, Erica Jackson, ABC 7, your Suncoast News.
In Manatee County, a drowning investigation is currently underway after a body was recovered off of Holmes Beach. The Holmes Beach Police Department confirming the victim is a 30-year-old male who was visiting the island from Orlando. The circumstances of that drowning are not clear at this time, and that person's identity has not been released as law enforcement continues to try and get in touch with that victim's family. Detectives are on the lookout tonight for a suspect following a shooting incident in Sarasota involving multiple shots fired. It happened in the area of 31st Street and Goodrich Avenue in Newtown around 5:30 p.m. During the incident, a passenger in a silver sport utility vehicle shot at a silver sedan. The cause of the dispute is unknown at this time. Multiple shots were fired before both vehicles fled the area. Anyone with information that might help detectives identify the parties involved are asked to contact the Sarasota Police Department. That
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lift off the Falcon 9.
The private space company SpaceX is 2 for 2 this weekend. The company launching their second successful rocket since Friday. The rocket blasted off from Vandenberg Air Force Base in California today to deploy a group of airplane tracking satellites. Friday's launch took place from the Kennedy Space Center right here in Florida. The flight reused a rocket booster from an earlier mission aiming to slash the cost of space flights. So far, SpaceX has launched 8 rockets this year, which ties its record from 2016. Now let's head over to Wendy Ross for a check on our weather. And Wendy, not a bad day to launch a rocket from the Suncoast.
No, not at all. As a matter of fact, we saw a lot more sunshine today, and we also had to pay a price for that in the way of temperatures. 82 degrees for us right now. Right now it's 82, and we do have partly cloudy skies out there. 75 degrees dew point, and our humidity is high at 79%, but the winds, they're calming down, and we're also looking at them coming in at us from the north at around 3 miles per hour. We've seen the rain showers coming on in since about 6:30 this afternoon, this evening, and so what we're looking at is this lighter band that continues to move on up towards the north, and it's now beginning to affect portions of Hillsborough County as it moves out of Manatee County. So all of this just continues to move on up northward. You may be getting a couple of slight light showers at this point. Not much is developing along the coast. It's all east of I-75. And we're expecting to see overnight the cloudy weather with us for the most part. We'll let you know what's happening with a cold front to our north and what it's going to do to our weather. That's coming up in just a few minutes, Adam.
All right, thank you, Wendy. Detectives are asking for the public's assistance in identifying a suspect from an armed robbery that occurred earlier this morning. Just after midnight, deputies were called to the Racetrack gas station on Tamiami Trail in Nokomis. The suspect demanded cash from the clerk before fleeing northbound towards Spencer Avenue. Anyone who recognizes the man in this photo is asked to contact the Sarasota County Sheriff's Office or Sarasota County Crime Stoppers at this number listed on your screen, 941-366-TIPS. The deadline is looming for the fate of nearly 3 dozen state proposals. Florida Governor Rick Scott has until this Thursday to approve or veto 32 bills ranging from gambling in the state to education. One of the bills would require Florida lottery tickets and advertisements to carry one of 6 warnings about gambling. Another measure would allow parents and community members to review instructional materials and then challenge them as inappropriate before a hearing officer. This is the final batch remaining from the annual session of the Florida legislature that ended in early May. A popular Florida highway may soon require a toll. Officials in the Florida Keys are launching a study into whether a toll could be placed on the highway that connects the chain of islands to the Florida mainland. US 1 is that primary road that runs from the peninsula all the way down to Key West. One county commissioner said the idea of putting tolls on US 1 has been around for years, but some businesses are worried that tolls could scare away tourists. Supporters, however, say a toll could ease traffic problems and that the money could eventually be used to take care of some environmental concerns. The tolls would apply or allegedly apply to non-residents only. The Sarasota Powerboat Grand Prix Car Show was held today on Main Street in Lakewood Ranch. Dozens coming out to either bring their own cars or have a look at some of the cars that they wish they owned. The event bringing together people from all over the country and even the world.
To try an American car show. We're over from the UK on vacation and want to have a look and see what you got to offer here.
It's always fun. Plus, you usually run into guys that you've seen at other shows. You get to meet new people, you make new friends, and you'll always learn something if you're keeping your eyes open. You know, you'll learn things about cars, and it's fun.
All the funds from today's event will go to Suncoast Charities for Children. Still to come here on ABC 7, a fun holiday trip turned deadly. Rescue crews searching for those missing after an overbooked ferry capsizes. And crowds line the streets of Sarasota in response to the Republican health care proposal. Stick around.
Get ready for the 33rd Annual Sarasota Powerboat Grand Prix Festival, June 24th through July 4th. Presented by Visit Sarasota County and Powerboat P1. Don't miss the Fan Fest on July 1st, where you can see powerboats launch, meet the teams, watch a live stream of the races, enjoy live music, food, vendors, and more. Proceeds benefit Suncoast Charities for Children. For festival info and to purchase VIP race day tickets, visit SarasotaPowerboatGrandPrix.org.
It's a Star-Spangled 4th of July sales event going on now at Bacon's Furniture and Bedding. With 2.5 acres, Bacon's is Southwest Florida's largest furniture showroom. Beautiful furniture in any style for any budget with savings of 30, 50, even 70% off throughout the store. Celebrate your independence with extra savings on all Flex Steel furniture. Come see why Bacon's is voted the #1 place to buy furniture year after year. The 4th of July sales event going on now at Bacon's Furniture and Bedding in Port Charlotte. Nobody beats Bacon's.
Credit card debt can ruin your life. If you owe $10,000 and minimum payments are siphoning away your paycheck each month, you can get debt-free in less time than you think.
I've paid $800 a month for the past 3 years and haven't changed the balance on my credit card.
Get debt-free now has a program to reduce your debt, stop the harassing phone calls, avoid financial ruin, and settle for less than you owe.
I feel like a huge weight has been lifted off my shoulders.
You're pre-approved for our special hardship program if you owe $10,000 or more. Upon payment of your new lower balance, your debt will finally shrink until you are debt-free.
My family no longer has 30 years of payments ahead of us at 20% interest.
There's no fees until you see results. So call now, make one monthly program payment, and free up your cash. Resolve your debt.
Call 800-685-6422, 800-685-6422.
For the last 18 years, Samantha's Friends has been assisting people along the Suncoast who have been challenged by catastrophic illnesses or affected by autism obtain a Service Canine. We need your help. Please show your support by attending our annual Celebrity Gala brunch and fundraiser. Call Sammy Lee at 941-448-8558 for more information.
Check out My Suncoast Dining on mysuncoast.com, your guide to the foodie lifestyle. ABC7's own Chef Judy serves up her favorite recipes, cooking tips and trends, dining blogs, step-by-step videos, and Suncoast Restaurant Guide. You'll find it all at mysuncoast.com/dining.
9 people are dead and 28 are missing after a multi-story tourist boat capsized in Colombia. Nearly 100 people were rescued immediately and another 40 managed to find their way to shore on their own and were in good health. But a major rescue effort involving Colombia's Air Force and firefighters from nearby cities looked for survivors at the Guatape Reservoir where the accident took place. It is unclear what caused the boat to sink, but survivors say the ferry appeared to be overloaded and none of the passengers on board were wearing life vests. Back here at home, hundreds gathered to voice their opposition to the proposed Republican health care bill. Local groups Action Together Suncoast and Indivisible Bradenton Progressive hosting a demonstration near Marina Jacks in Sarasota. ABC7 photographer Sammy Chido shows us what concerns locals wanted to express.
What do we want? When do we want it?
I believe that health care is a right and that every American deserves to have adequate health care.
I think we've got a good basis in the Affordable Care Act, and I think that we should work with that rather than tearing it down.
These are party first, people last issues, and our representatives are elected to protect us from this type of stuff, not to push this stuff down on us and to cause all of these people to have to suffer unnecessarily so that the rich can get richer.
So over a third of America is now, and as you age, you're going to end up with a pre-existing condition. So I think health care is a right, and that health care should be for all, and there should be a single payer system.
We have to do this and phone calls and emails and attend city meetings.
Tell your elected representatives not to take health care away from tens of millions of people.
The Senate bill was concocted behind closed doors, and now that it's available for people to see, we know how bad it is. It's worse than the House bill. And a lot of people are simply unaware.
I hope that people will express their objection to this health care bill so that a bill can be worked on in a bipartisan way.
Someone has to bring this up. You can't just close your eyes and hope that the goodness of the rich people will take care of the poor people. That has never been and will never be the case.
In Washington, D.C., people behind that proposed plan continue efforts to rally support. Deciding votes will have to come from within the Republican Party since no Democrats have publicly supported the bill. However, at least 5 Republican senators say they won't be supporting the current bill. The Health and Human Services Secretary coming to its defense.
The plan in its entirety will absolutely bring premiums down because you increase competition, you increase choices for individuals, you allow folks to be able to purchase the kind of coverage that they want, not that the government forces them to buy.
So far, there are no public hearings planned on the bill, which could be taken up for a vote as early as next week. And that week in Washington off to a big start on Monday. It's officially the last public session of the Supreme Court term, and the speculation is running wild about key decisions without health care in the title. That could be handed down, and that a possible retirement is also on the horizon. ABC's Richard Cantu has a preview.
President Trump has a lot riding on what happens as the Supreme Court wraps up its term. The justices are expected to issue a decision this week on whether to allow the administration to immediately enforce a 90-day ban on visitors from 6 mostly Muslim countries.
This is racist from the president.
The travel ban generated intense protests when it was first enforced in February before multiple courts shot it down.
The Supreme Court could lift the lower court orders and let the travel ban finally go into effect. Or it could decide to leave the lower court orders in effect, not take the case at all, and that's essentially the death of the travel ban.
Or it could decide on a third option and shelve the decision until next term. The other big high court news involves Justice Anthony Kennedy, who could possibly announce his retirement on the court's last public session on Monday. So far, Justice Kennedy has not publicly indicated any retirement plans, but his departure would allow conservatives to take firm control of the court, creating a legacy for President Trump.
He is the swing vote on this court for more than a decade, holding affirmative action and abortion and other hot-button issues in his one vote. If he goes, this court is up for grabs.
Justice Kennedy will be 81 in July. Richard Cantu, ABC News, New York.
And back here at home, a Suncoast restaurant is celebrating a 4th place finish in Florida's Best Beach Bar competition. This evening, dozens of people coming out to Sharky's on the pier in Venice to celebrate the restaurant's high ranking. Throughout April, people worldwide voted on their favorite beach bars in Venice, taking into account the proximity of the beach, people, and votes. Florida's beach bars were ranked, and now Sharky's staff says it is time to celebrate with free drink samples, dancing, and live music.
So we've been pushing, and a lot of our locals and people that visit us from all over the world have cast their vote. So this is our little way of saying thank you. Come out, celebrate. We're having a Sunset Beach Bash.
Proceeds of tonight's Beach Bash will go to Mote Marine Laboratory and the Venice Area Beautification Projects. So free drinks, that may explain the crowd a little bit, but also the weather, I'm sure.
You know, I have to tell you that while you're focusing on the drinks, I was taking a look at the background, and you saw the beautiful blue sky out there, and it looked like it was in the middle of the afternoon,
I
not
noticed
in
that
the
too.
evening. Isn't that amazing?
I saw that too, all right.
It was a very nice day today. It was a great day to get out and about and do things outdoors. A little sticky, of course. This is the time of the year when it's hot and humid. You can see what it was all around the state, and no one was spared the heat. Most of us seeing our temperatures in the low 90s today. And along the Suncoast, if you were at the beach, where Sharky's is, you can see it was pretty nice. It was a little bit cooler at any rate. 89 degrees in Bradenton, Sarasota, 88 in Venice, 89 in Englewood. You get away from the beach and you start to see those temperatures really heating up, and especially over the central part of the state where Sebring and Lake Placid each got up to 96 degrees. And we saw Wauchula and Arcadia reporting 94. So it was a hot day for anybody who wasn't at the beach. And today our official high was 89 degrees. That's the airport at the airport's temperature, 77 the overnight low. And you can see that's pretty much where we're supposed to be this time of the year. A little bit warmer than normal. And it's still very warm out there with our temperatures in the low 80s right now, 82 degrees under partly cloudy skies. Dew point humidity levels are high. The winds are coming in out of the north at around 3 miles per hour, and we still have some rain showers around. They're being depleted, however, and so as they begin to wind down, we're starting to see a lot of this activity just kind of moving off towards the north at this point, leaving us with cloudy to partly cloudy skies. If you're not getting the rain, you're getting that. So what we're looking at is that the showers for the most part around the Charlotte County area are taking place closer to the beach, and then as you move on up towards the north, it's away from the water. So it's east of I-75. And these are all dying down, and we're going to be left with partly cloudy to cloudy skies for the overnight time period, but the rains are going to be coming to an end. So you can see we had some heavier showers earlier in the evening. Those have all dissipated. The heavier showers around the Port Charlotte area also moving away towards the Gulf of Mexico, and so we're starting to see things clearing up at this point, at least as far as the rain is concerned. A cold front. Can you believe we're seeing a cold front on the maps? This is taking place now across the southeastern part of the country, and it is going to sag down into the central part of the state. As it does so, we're going to start to see high pressure behind it starting to become a little bit stronger, and that's going to bring about winds out of the east, and we are going to start to see our chances of rain really getting to be a little bit better as the week wears on. For tomorrow, we're still going to see maybe about a 30% chance, but the front just kind of sags on into central Florida before it dissipates, and we'll start to see some more rain. There'll be more abundant moisture around the state of Florida that will certainly help to bring about precipitation for us. And this is really going to start on Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. A quick look at the tropics showing that things are quiet. We just have a couple of waves out in the Atlantic, but nothing showing any signs of development. So what we are looking at over the next several days is a 30% chance of rain for Monday, but starting on Tuesday, we up those chances to a 50 and 60% chance for the rest of the week. Adam?
Thank you, Wendy. Sports is next. Stick around.
What Florida city is best known for spaceflight?
Cape Carnival.
Cape Carnival? Close enough. What condiment includes vinegar, molasses, and anchovies?
Westchester sauce.
Close enough. And now, a word from our sponsors.
One-off from the Florida Lottery. Now available for pick 2, 3, 4, and 5 games. Miss by one on any or all numbers and still win.
This is an important medical announcement. Bard IVC filters have been linked to punctured veins and problems with migration. Anyone who's received a Bard IVC filter must receive medical monitoring and may be entitled to substantial compensation. If you have the Bard Recovery G2 or G2 Express filter, you are in a class of patients who should be compensated for some expenses. Call now for a free assessment of your case and potential money damages. This call is confidential. There's no cost and you may be eligible. Juries have awarded millions of dollars to people who should have been warned about the risks of the Bard IVC filters. Call the IVC Filter Hotline if you or a loved one has received an IVC filter and experienced a vein puncture or required medical monitoring. You must call now.
Call 800-329-3089. 800-329-3089.
It's a star-spangled 4th of July sales event going on now at Bacon's Furniture and Bedding. With 2.5 acres, Bacon's is Southwest Florida's largest furniture showroom. Beautiful furniture in any style, for any budget, with savings of 30, 50, even 70% off throughout the store. Celebrate your independence with extra savings on all Flex Steel furniture. Come see why Bacon's is voted the #1 place to buy furniture year after year. The 4th of July sales event going on now at Bacon's Furniture and Bedding in Port Charlotte. Nobody beats Bacon's.
Thanks to my volunteer, I am a better reader.
Thanks to my volunteer, math seems simple now.
Thanks to my volunteer, I discovered new career goals.
I'm a volunteer for Sarasota County Schools, so I know I can make a difference. And you can too. Give an hour, change a life.
All hands on deck. What's up? I want to point out 3 tips for using the home computer more safely. Point away.
First, stop. Make sure your software is up to date and that you've password protected your computer's login and Wi-Fi connection.
Next, think before visiting a site, opening attachments, or clicking on links.
Then connect, knowing you're helping make the web safer for you
and for everyone. Make Stop, Think, Connect part of your daily online routine.
Check out My Suncoast Dining on mysuncoast.com for Chef Judy's favorite recipes, cooking tips and trends, dining blogs, step-by-step videos, and Suncoast Restaurant Guide. You'll find it all at mysuncoast.com/dining. Now, sports.
Golf is a gentleman's game, right? Dress codes, country clubs, a dead silence during shots. So what made Jordan Spieth perform a running chest bump with his caddy today? Well, it was the playoff hole of the Travelers Championship, and Spieth holes out from 60 feet for a birdie that sends the crowd into an absolute frenzy. One that Spieth had to silence so that his opponent, Daniel Berger, could attempt a 50-foot birdie putt. After the round, Spieth told reporters that he thought it was one of the easier bunker shots on the course. Yeah, right, must be nice. And the 23-year-old has won 2 majors, but nothing, he says, has ever amped up a crowd quite like this.
When was the last time you heard a roar like that?
Yesterday on 15 was pretty loud, but that one was
pretty ridiculous. That was as loud as I think I've ever created. It's up there.
Spieth joins Tiger Woods as the only players in the modern era with 10 victories before the age of 24. Woods had 15 before his 24th birthday. Tim Tebow is coming back to Florida. The former NFL quarterback has been promoted to the New York Mets High A minor league affiliate in Port St. Lucie. Tebow posted a .222 batting average with 3 dingers while playing for the Columbia Fireflies this year. Unfortunately, the St. Lucie Mets will not be coming to Bradenton for the rest of the regular season, but they will be in Charlotte starting July 29th for a 4-game series with the Stone Crabs. That is, of course, assuming Tebow is still with the team. More to come here on ABC 7. Stay with us.
There are many choices when it comes to AC companies. Our advice? Choose a company that performs employee background checks and is licensed with top manufacturers like Daikin. Daikin offers a 12-year parts and labor limited warranty. For better comfort and value, call Elite Heating and Air.
I'm calling in regards about my mother, and I'm here, and I just want to thank you because it saved my mother's life yesterday. And I'd like to know the names of the people that came in and saved her so I could call and thank them. And she's doing fine. It's a wonderful thing. Thank you.
When you fall and cannot get up, an accident can turn into a tragedy. But with Life Alert, one touch of a button can get you help fast.
Life Alert saves a person from a catastrophe every 10 minutes.
Life Alert is a lifesaver. If it weren't for Life Alert, I wouldn't be sitting here today.
For a free Life Alert brochure, call 1-800-962-4112. That's 1-800-962-4112. Call now, 1-800-962-4112. For a free brochure, call 1-800-962-4112.
This is a special health alert for seniors suffering with joint pain. If you have Medicare insurance, you may qualify for high-quality support braces at little or no cost.
I'm thrilled with my knee braces.
Now, there is a simple and proven solution for seniors to get out of pain with state-of-the-art support braces.
I barely feel any pain at all.
Braces for your knees and back, as well as your shoulders and ankles, too.
I'm so happy with the quality of these braces.
Call now, and you could qualify for a pain-relieving brace at little or no cost.
I can play ball again, and it doesn't hurt.
And because of my Medicare coverage, it costs me next to nothing.
So call now.
And because I have this red, white, and blue Medicare card, my braces have cost me just about nothing.
It's true. You may get a knee, back, shoulder, and ankle brace at little or no cost.
They qualified me for 2 knee braces and a back brace.
If you have knee or back pain, give them a call. They can help.
1-800-476-8967. 1-800-476-8967.
ABC 7 News at 7, weeknights.
It's a Star-Spangled 4th of July sales event going on now at Bacon's Furniture and Bedding. With 2.5 acres, Bacon's is Southwest Florida's largest furniture showroom. Beautiful furniture in any style, for any budget, with savings of 30, 50, even 70% off throughout the store. Celebrate your independence with extra savings on all Flex Steel furniture. Come see why Bacon's is voted the #1 place to buy furniture year after year. The 4th of July sales event going on now at Bacon's Furniture and Bedding in Port Charlotte. Nobody beats Bacon's.
There are many choices when it comes to AC companies. Our advice? Choose a company that performs employee background checks and is licensed with top manufacturers like Daikin. Daikin offers a 12-year parts and labor limited warranty. For better comfort and value, call Elite Heating and Air.
The latest Transformers film snagged the #1 spot in this weekend's box office. Transformers: The Last Knight grossing $45.3 million, a huge jump from its competitors and from the original franchise opening. And driving in at #2, a tie, Cars 3 and Wonder Woman back in the top 3 again. Well, don't be a dummy. This morning, while monitoring traffic at the I-93 high occupancy or HOV lane in Charlestown, Massachusetts, a trooper noticed a passenger who just didn't seem right. Turns out It was fake. This guy riding a shotgun in a car. The driver was cited for the violation, as the lane is for 2 or more actual human beings. Although we do appreciate the effort, for sure. I tell you what, I would have never suspected to get caught with, like, that was a thorough costume.
That was
dummy.
really good. That was really good. Next time they got to get some movement in there.
Don't officers use dummies sometimes?
Get
you
one
know,
of those
in the cars.
Transformers, right? I mean, there you go.
So, sunglasses and everything.